In the last couple of NFL drafts, we've seen a number of guys improve their draft stock either after a good combine or after a pretty big pro day, and this helps them out tremendously. And one guy who's done that in particular this year so far is Tyler Shough, who is a quarterback for Louisville. Shough has been getting a lot of buzz and hype over the past couple weeks by a lot of analysts and scouts, and some people even believe that he could be a first round pick come 2025. Now, Tyler Shough is a bit intriguing in my eyes. He does come with his strengths, but he also comes with his weaknesses, and he also comes with a lot of other concerns. And in today's video, I'll be talking about why Tyler Shough is so intriguing, but before that, I'll be talking about some of his background and how Tyler Shough got to this point. Tyler Shough was a four-star quarterback all the way in the class of 2019. To give you a rundown of basically how old that is, he was in the same quarterback class as Trevor Lawrence, who is currently in the NFL now. Tanner McKee is another quarterback who was in this class, and he's also in the NFL now. Obviously not as a starter, but still in the NFL. Shough played high school football at Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona, where as a junior he passed for over 2,079 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. As a senior, he passed over 3,071 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. At the end of his high school career, he had offers from Alabama, California, Georgia, Florida State, Michigan, and South Carolina, and also Indiana. Now, he would originally commit to North Carolina in June of 2017. However, in December of 2018, he would announce that he was committing to the University of Oregon. He would appear in just 3 games in 2018, not really doing much, and in 2019, he appeared in 5 games, going 12 for 15 off the bench for 144 yards and 3 touchdowns and 0 interceptions, while he was backing up future NFL starter for the Chargers, Justin Herbert. With Justin Herbert leaving for the NFL in 2020, the job was pretty much Tyler Shough's to lose, and he played during the condensed Pac-12 season in 2020 for Oregon, where he played in 7 games, going 4-3 as a starter, passed for over 1,559 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, while also rushed for returning 171 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Despite a 4-3 record this season, Oregon still made it to the Pac-12 championship game, where they would take on USC. Now, in that game, Tyler Shough did start. However, Boston College transfer Anthony Brown would also appear in this game. Same thing would also happen in the Fiesta Bowl, where Oregon took on Iowa State, led by future NFL Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. Oregon lost that game. However, in that game, once again, Boston College transfer Anthony Brown had a 98-yard touchdown drive, and this made the position for the quarterback job in Oregon up for grabs once again. As a result, with 3 years left of eligibility, Tyler Shough announced that he would be entering the transfer portal. And February 2nd, 2021, he announced that he would be transferring to Texas Tech. After a strong performance in the spring game, head coach Matt Wells announced that Shough would be starter for Texas Tech week 1 against Houston. In his first start for the team, Shough went 17 of 24 for 231 yards and 1 touchdown, with also 1 touchdown on the ground, as Texas Tech won this game 38-21. However, in week 4 against Texas, Shough would end up breaking his collarbone. This injury would of course end up putting him out for the rest of the season. In 2022, he came back and won a starting job over Donovan Smith. However, midway through the season, he once again got hurt, and he will miss a couple of weeks due to a shoulder injury. He came back and went 5-0 as a starter, passed for 1,304 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He was once again named starter for 2023, but also once again, injuries continue to be the issue for Shough. He will break his fibula during the season, and obviously this will put him on the shelf for the rest of the season as well. Before that, he played 4 games, going 1-3 as a starter, passed for 746 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, while also rushed for 2 touchdowns on the ground. Then on November 20th of 2023, Shough announced that he would be entering the transfer portal, and on December 5th of 2023, he announced that he would be transferring to the University of Louisville. He had a pretty good season for Louisville in 2024, and not only that, this marked the first time during his career that he played technically a full season. He played in 12 games, going 8-4 as a starter, passed for 3,195 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. He had a 4-touchdown game against Miami, and also played a huge role in knocking out Clemson that season as well. As it stands right now, Shough is currently 2nd all-time in yards per game for Louisville, and also 2nd all-time in touchdowns per game for Louisville. He was named one of the recipients for Comeback Player of the Year alongside Utah State defensive back Ike Larson and South Carolina running back Raheem Sanders. He would also opt out of the Sun Bowl in 2024 to prepare for the NFL Draft in 2025. I just got a quick rundown of Tyler Shough and his background. Let's talk about why he's gotten so much hype over the last couple weeks. Despite Shough being 6'5", 6'6", he has ideal height for his position, and he's pretty athletic with it at the same time. Not only that, he is a pretty good passer, might be having some of the best arm talent in this class. Some of the things I noticed he struggles with though is sometimes he may stare down his #1 target way too long, and obviously in the NFL that may cause a lot of problems. When he's under pressure he may panic and try to do too much, and overall his decision making is very shaky. Obviously the durability issue, he's had shoulder injuries and a broken fibula, and then he's going to be 25 when he's drafted, so obviously that's another huge concern. In my personal opinion, while his arm talent makes him intriguing and his athleticism too, I really don't see anything more than a high-end backup, especially at his age. I've seen a lot of people say that this guy could be a first-round pick, particular to the Cleveland Browns, but honestly, I don't see day 1 type of talent in this guy. I see maybe day 2, day 3 type of talent. I think with his age, he's going to need a lot more development, and that's going to be really hard to do for a guy who's, like I said, going to be 25 when he's drafted. Even if he is a starter in the NFL, I just don't imagine him being anything more than a bridge quarterback, honestly. To me, he's a boomer bust player, a guy who has a lot of talent and athleticism, but also comes with his downsides. So basically, it's going to be a bit of a gamble if you take him pretty early on, especially in that early day 2. This is one of those quarterbacks where you have to start immediately, so it's not like a Jackson Dart, it's not like a Jalen Milroe where you can sit for a year or two. No, this guy's going to have to start pretty much immediately because of his age, and if he doesn't work out immediately, you need to find out your replacement pretty quickly, honestly. Sort of like Will Levis with the Titans, honestly. So my final conclusion from this is Tyler Shough is a decent QB prospect. I do believe the media has overhyped him a little bit because they've seen him make a few good throws on tape, but this guy still struggles with a few things you would think a guy who's been in the college football world for 5-6 years now would have down pat, like staring down his receivers, throwing while under pressure. That stuff a college football quarterback who's been in the league that long now has had down pat at this point. So I do believe this guy is a day 2, day 3 type of guy. I do not believe this guy should go day 1 in any facet, honestly. To me, he is sort of getting that Will Levis hype that he got in 2023 where people were saying he can be a top 5 pick. He's going to be picked in the 1st round. And this guy wasn't a 1st round pick. He got picked all the way in the 2nd round. And the Titans took the experiment, and obviously it didn't go well. With the exact same comparison, a guy who has really good arm talent and has really good size, and a team took a fall for it, and look what happened. And I think that's what's happening with Tyler Shough, a guy with a decent arm and a pretty good build. He's getting a lot of hype. We see this almost every year, and more often than not, it doesn't go well. In conclusion, Shough, not a bad prospect, but again, way overhyped by the media. In my opinion, this is a day 2 type of guy. Anyways, I'm going to write the video up here. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel and tap the bell icon for our future football content. Follow my social medias down below in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.